something. Could have seen it in your eyes. Took a second, but I'm right here, waiting for you with open arms. How about you coming closer? We can do my place. Maybe we can try.
50 to 60% of the food that you're eating is generally going waste. But the body has to still process that. And the amount of energy that it spends and the amount of trauma that it goes through is very big. Food means many things to many people, but essentially for the body, it's the fuel. If you put the right kind of fuel, this will be on in a certain way. If you put the wrong kind of fuel, somehow it will manage. I'm not telling you eat this way, eat that way, just experiment and see, all right? Just experiment and see. Tonight if you go, instead of eating whatever cooked food, just eat fruits and see, tomorrow morning you will not need an alarm bell, you will wake up before the alarm bell. And you will see all these eyes will not be sticking like this, like that, you wake up, instantly you're bright and alert. People do not know what it means to be at absolute ease within their body. 95% of the people do not know this, unfortunately. Because you put the wrong kind of fuel, you can keep this body like breeze. Simply, it goes ahead of you, you don't have to drag it wherever you go. It must float ahead of you.
There's no debate when you look at the latest evidence that eating a whole food, plant-based vegan diet is beneficial for our health and well-being. Vegan foods such as vegetables, fruit, grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds are low in saturated fat. Even high-fat plant foods such as avocados, nuts, and seeds contain no cholesterol whatsoever, so a vegan diet is cholesterol-free. Same goes for antioxidants and fibers, which can enhance your health and helps the muscles recover and keep your heart healthy. By choosing a vegan diet, the following health benefits can be yours: a healthier heart. Harvard researchers tracked the health habits of about 110,000 people for 14 years and found that the higher folks' intakes of fruits and vegetables, the lower their chances of developing cardiovascular disease. Specifically, people who averaged 8+ servings of fruits and veggies a day were 30% less likely to have a heart attack or stroke, compared to those who had less than 1.5 daily servings. Weight loss results: there's plenty of research suggesting vegans tend to consume fewer calories, and thus weigh less and have lower body mass indexes than non-vegetarians. Today, there are tons of plant-based recipes that will leave you feeling fuller on few calories, so you don't have to worry about gaining weight. As long as you stay clear of vegan processed food, you'll be fine. Clearer, smoother skin. Cutting back on animal products also means skipping much of their saturated fats, which are notorious for clogging pores. Plus, many of the vitamins, pigments, and phytochemicals in fruits and veggies contribute to healthy skin. The lycopene in tomatoes, for example, helps protect your skin from sun damage, and vitamin C in sweet potatoes smooths wrinkles by stimulating the production of collagen.
I don't wanna let you go, nah.
First, you don't have to think about it at all. If alcohol has been excluded from your list of consumption, then you don't have to spend cognitive resources on it either. This frees up resources to think about other creative things that'll make your life better. Your thinking is also so clear all the time, and I never get brain fog or problems concentrating. Secondly, no hangovers. Guess what? No alcohol, no hangovers, no problems. Hangovers are also a massive waste of time. If you feel sick the next day after drinking, then you've literally wasted at least a few hours for nothing because you won't be able to focus or do something productive. Third, better sleep and more energy. You'll generally have more energy during the day and you sleep better at night. Although some people say a glass of wine or a beer helps them to fall asleep, alcohol has been shown to decrease deep sleep quality. It's going to disrupt the natural sleep cycle by shortening sleep latency and disturbing REM. You might feel like you're passed out, but in reality you're not really fully sleeping. Alcohol does have calories, which can make you gain weight, especially if you combine it with food. There's about 7 calories per gram of alcohol, and a glass of wine has roughly 70 calories. Moderate alcohol consumption, like a glass of red wine per day, hasn't shown differences in subcutaneous and abdominal fat. However, alcohol does lower testosterone, which makes it harder to build muscle and burn fat. The biggest problem is that alcohol shuts down fat oxidation. Before the body can burn calories from your fat stores or the food that you ate, it has to deal with the alcohol first. Being drunk also lowers self-inhibition and self-control, which makes it more likely that you'll overeat, especially if you're smashed. I also think that some people actually like hangovers because they're addicted to the slump of energy and exhaustion, which gives them a reason to procrastinate and feel bad for themselves.
So boring.
It became really obvious for me that the improvement in my life that I see by not drinking alcohol is much more valuable and much more worth it than drinking alcohol, so I just, quit it completely. The main idea for me is that the alcohol isn't going to help me to achieve my goals in any shape or form, and that's why I'm not choosing to drink it either. So here are some reasons why you should quit alcohol for at least a while. Alcohol in doses greater than a few ounces is toxic to the liver. It promotes fatty liver and visceral fat gain, unlike any other ingredient. Eating fatty foods with alcohol makes it even worse, because alcohol shuts down the fat oxidation. The most you may get away with is a glass of wine, but any more than that is probably not a good idea. Producing alcohol wastes a lot of resources like fuel, energy, and drinking water. It takes about 4 to 15 liters of water to create 1 liter of beer. If you were to consider growing the crops and import, then it's 155 liters per liter of beer. It is true that about 98% of that water is not water that you could drink, but trading 4 to 15 liters of water for 1 liter of beer just sounds stupid. Alcohol is also a massive waste of money. Alcohol is quite expensive. Like a 6-pack of beer could probably feed you for an entire day. How many people you know who complain that healthy food is expensive, but then they spend a lot of money on cigarettes or alcohol? Alcohol is a massive waste of productivity. Like I said, being hungover and suffering from suboptimal cognition will decrease your productivity a lot. If you waste time and energy on drinking and curing the hangover, then no wonder you can't achieve your goals. I'm not saying that you should stop drinking alcohol for the rest of your life, but I do recommend you to take a break from it and see how your body responds, because chances are you're gonna feel amazing, and trust me, it will happen. So maybe afterwards you'll consider quitting it completely. I think that drinking every day is probably not a good idea, and the healthy kind of dose would be like 2 to 3 drinks per week at maximum. Sacrificing alcohol for me isn't difficult because I have more energy, my brain is working properly, I don't get any procrastination, and I'm getting to achieve my goals faster. So I'm getting all the intoxication from ketones, from fasting, and eating maybe like a bit of fermented foods. But other than that, I don't really need alcohol.
To know, run your fingers down me, so as you're in